Hello my dear students, welcome all of you to my class. Today we will start a very interesting chapter from geography, and that is chapter 2, diverse natural resources of the world. So the key aspects or the key elements of this chapter are natural resources, land, water and forest, land use pattern of India and world, soil, its type and layers, soil conservation, water, its distribution, scarcity and conservation, natural vegetation, depletion and conservation. So, we know that what we will study in this chapter, but what are the objectives? What are the importance of this chapter? Okay, so the chapter discuss develop an awareness towards resources conservation and take initiative towards conservation process. Understand the importance of resources in our life. Learn the importance of proper use of resources for sustainable development. Natural resources are anything that people can use which comes from nature, such as land, water and air. So land, water and air are the three most important resources for all life forms on the earth. To put these three resources to the best possible use, we need to understand their uses, their limitations and also find methods to conserve them for the future. If they are misused or wasted, their future availability will be under serious threat. Conservation of the natural resources is therefore essential for their future use. Dear students, let us read more about these natural resources. So first one, land resources. Land is the basic resource. It is used by human beings for settlement, agriculture, transport and for other activities. For residential requirements, he or she is fully dependent on land resources. Besides different activities like agriculture, industry, grazing, mining, constructions of road and railway lines, about 95% of human food requirements also for met from land. I am going to repeat, about 95% of human food requirements are met from land. Okay, so it depends upon the availability of land resources. Useful land resources are not uniformly distributed over different regions of the earth. That is why land has been overexploited in certain areas while other it's not being utilized at all. You know children, land constitutes only about 29% of the total area of the earth, and remaining 71% is covered by water bodies. So entire human population of more than 7.5 billion people today live on land. Of this total population, 90% of people, 90% people means अगर assume करो 100% population है, then उस पे 90% people live on this 29% of land area. The remaining 10% also live on land, but where? But in hospitable parts like desert, mountains, grassland and in extremely cold areas. These areas are sparsely populated. मतलब यहाँ पे ओवर पॉपुलेशन देखा नहीं जाता है, स्पर्सली स्कैटर्ड टाइप ऑफ पॉपुलेशन यहाँ पे देखा जाता है ड्यू टू जस्ट लाइक द कोल्ड एरिया. Okay, mountain area, grassland, the environments are not suitable for livelihoods. Now we are going to discuss land use pattern. We use land for different purposes such as cultivation of crops, grazing of animals, mining, constructing roads, setting up the industries, settlement and so on. Such land utilization is called land use. I am going to repeat, this type of land utilization is called land use. The proportion of land put to a particular use and its distribution over an area or the world is known as land use pattern. It depends upon different physical, economic and human factors. Some of these factors are relief, climate, soil, land tenure, technical know-how of the people and duration of any particular carried in a certain area. So for land use pattern, the factors are different from each other. So factors are like relief of the land means landform patterns. Okay, climate, the all over world we cannot see the same uniform climate, so climate also plays an important role for classify land use pattern. Slope of the land, okay, gradient of the land also plays a important role. Soil, beside this some human factors, so soil, relief, climate, slope of the land all are called as the natural factor. So beside the natural factors, some human factors like population density, needs of aspirant, okay, the of the people, मतलब people का क्या डिमांड्स है, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी के एडवांस है या नहीं, द कॉस्ट ऑल्सो इन्फ्लुएंस द लैंड यूज पैटर्न, एंड रिमेंबर गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी ऑल्सो अफेक्ट द लैंड यूज पैटर्न. Now we are going to discuss about the land use pattern in India. India is a large country with a dense population. Land is needed to produce food crops for human beings and raw materials for industries. So according to the latest data available, the land use pattern in India is categorized under net shown area, area shown more than once, forested areas, permanent pasture, cultivable wasteland not available for cultivation. Land use pattern refers to the way the land is utilized. So the first definition is, what is net shown area? This represents the total area shown with crops and orchards. This represents the total area shown once and or more than once in a particular year. That is, the area is counted as many times as there are showing in a year. This total area is also known as the total cropped area or total area shown. So net shown area means कोई भी एरिया में जो टोटल लैंड है वो कितने बार कल्टीवेट किया जाता है एक पर्टिकुलर ईयर के लिए, उसको हम लोग बोल सकते हैं नेट शोन एरिया और द टोटल क्रॉप्ड एरिया और टोटल एरिया शोन. देन द नेक्स्ट term is area shown more than once. So area shown more than once in the same year is counted only once. तो कोई भी एरिया पे कोई भी लैंड अगर टोटल लैंड अगर कल्टीवेट किया जाता है बस एक ईयर के लिए तो उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे एरिया शोन मोर देन वंस. So apart from the net area shown and area shown more than once, another definition is there, and that is gross cropped area. So we know that the net area shown means the total area shown with crops and orchard. एक टोटल एरिया पे जितने सारे क्रॉप्स और ऑर्चर्ड शोन या कल्टीवेट किया जाता है उसको रिप्रेजेंट करता है नेट एरिया शोन. ओके, ऑन दैट टाइम वी कैन नॉट कैलकुलेट द ईयर, बट एरिया शोन मोर देन वंस मीन्स एक पर्टिकुलर ईयर पे एक टाइम के लिए अगर कल्टीवेट किया जाता है उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे एरिया शोन मोर देन वंस. बट इन द केस ऑफ ग्रॉस क्रॉप्ड एरिया, this represent the total area shown once and more than once in a particular year. That is, the area is counted as many times as there are showing in a year. मतलब ग्रॉस क्रॉप्ड एरिया पे एक ईयर के लिए एक टोटल लैंड कितने बार कल्टीवेट किया जाता है उसको हम लोग काउंट करेंगे. ओके, सो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस कंसेप्ट. नेट एरिया शोन मीन्स टोटल एरिया शोन विथ क्रॉप्स एंड ऑर्चर्ड. यहाँ पे कोई ईयर का कैलकुलेशन नहीं है. एरिया शोन मोर देन वंस पे एक ईयर के लिए एक बार अगर कोई लैंड कल्टीवेट किया जाता है उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे एरिया शोन मोर देन वंस. बट ग्रॉस क्रॉप्ड एरिया पे एक टोटल एरिया एक बार के लिए या उससे भी ज़्यादा अगर कल्टीवेट किया जाता है बस एक साल के लिए, ओके, कोई पर्टिकुलर ईयर के लिए, तब उसको हम लोग बोलेंगे ग्रॉस क्रॉप्ड एरिया. Then the next term is forested areas. So the forest cover of the country is less than the prescribed 33% of total country's land. Forested areas means forest cover of any areas. तो इंडिया पे 33% forest cover होना चाहिए, but we are having only 23.81%. Then the next term is permanent pasture. So pasture land refers to the land for grazing purpose. तो जो domesticated animals होता है उसको चराने के लिए जो जगह होता है उसको हम लोग बोल सकते हैं permanent pastures land. Okay. Next one, cultivable wasteland. Cultivable wasteland means uncultivable land. It is the land that is left uncultivated for more than 5 agricultural years. तो कोई भी एरिया कोई भी लैंड अगर अनकल्टिवेटेड रहे 5 एग्रीकल्चरल ईयर्स के लिए, 5 एग्रीकल्चर ईयर्स में जो वहाँ पे कल्टीवेशन का जो ईयर कैलकुलेशन होता है उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं एग्रीकल्चरल ईयर्स। तो कोई भी एरिया अगर 5 ईयर्स के लिए अनकल्टिवेटेड रहे तो उसको हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कल्टिवेबल वेस्ट लैंड। मतलब यहाँ पे पोटेंशियल है ये जगह क्रॉप्स ग्रो करने के लिए, बट कोई सम रीज़न के लिए ये अनकल्टिवेटेड है। The last term is not available for cultivation. So land which is not fertile enough cannot be used for cultivation is called not available for cultivation. So barren and wasteland is not useful for cultivation. Our next topic is prevention and control measure for land degradation. So we can follow some practices for controlling land degradation, just like strip farming. So it is a kind of practice in which cultivated crops are sown in alternative strips to prevent water movement. So we can sow or we can cultivate crops in alternative strips for what? For prevent the water flow. ओके तो हम लोग अगर ऑल्टरनेटिव स्ट्रिप्स पे अगर क्रॉप कल्टीवेट करें तो हम लोग रोक पाएंगे वाटर फ्लो। देन नेक्स्ट वन क्रॉप रोटेशन, इट इज़ ए वन ऑफ द एग्रीकल्चरल प्रैक्टिस इन विच डिफरेंट क्रॉप्स आर ग्रोन इन सेम एरिया फॉलोइंग ए रोटेशन सिस्टम विच हेल्प्स इन रिग्रेनिंग ऑफ द सॉयल। तो अगर हम लोग एक ही एरिया पे रोटेशन सिस्टम के थ्रू अगर क्रॉप कल्टीवेट करें तो आप सोच लो कि अगर रेनी सीजन पे अगर हम लोग करते हैं राइस इन सेम फील्ड, हम लोग विंटर सीजन पे वही फील्ड पे करेंगे वीट, तो ये इस पे क्या होगा कि सॉयल का जो नेचुरल फर्टिलिटी है वो रिग्रेन हो जाएगा, लौट के आएगा। ओके next one construction of dams, this usually checks or reduces the velocity of runoff so that the soil support vegetation। तो अगर हम लोग डैम कंस्ट्रक्ट करें तो ये क्या होगा, जो वेलोसिटी ऑफ द रिवर है वो थोड़ा सा कम हो जाएगा। इसके लिए क्या होगा, सॉइल जो इरोशन है वो बहुत ही कम होता है। ओके नेक्स्ट वन कंटूर फार्मिंग, this type of farming is usually practiced across the hillside and it is useful in collecting and diverting the runoff to avoid erosion। तो अगर height के according we have to just make one step, so we can say the contour farming also the step farming, so we have to cut down the slope, okay, and make step like structure, and just like according height it is called the contour farming। so it is very useful in collecting and diverting the runoff to avoid erosion। तो जो फ्लो जो वेलोसिटी पे जो रनअप होता है, जो रिवर आता है, उसका मूवमेंट अगर रोकना है तो वी कैन डू दिस इन हिली एरिया। ओके so we can do this in hilly area, contour farming or the step farming। okay next other steps also are there, just like afforestation, planting more trees, proper management of grazing land, control on mining activities, sheltering belts are planted for plants। Apart from this also we can do some other measure like proper management of wasteland। okay इंडस्ट्रियल एफ्लुएंस जो है, जो डेंजरस एफ्लुएंस है, उसको हम लोग प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट करके भी डिस्चार्ज कर सकते हैं, इज इट ना। लेस यूज ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर्स एंड इंसेक्टिसाइड्स। By doing this proper land use planning, we can get optimum utilization of land। So my dear children, that's the end for today's session. We will meet in our next class with new topics. Till then, bye. Take a very good care of yourself and happy learning.